we're live, back in the saddle again. The year of the fire horse. Settle down there. What's up, everyone? I am the hostess with the mostest, the Sagittarius itself, burning flames of fucking greatness. I am the High Priestess Phoenix. In order to keep up with me, you might have seen what I posted in my community page, my latest live video, and anything in my shorts. I had to stop, drop, and roll. I just posted something, and I just was like, wow, what was it? It was Pac. I spend all this time, like the last couple days, I've spent all this time with the Ascending Masters, and you guys will never understand. Only the fucking Soul Tribe knows the story. But when I got there in the beginning, which is the beginning of the Ascending Masters, when I got back to the light, I couldn't see Pac. And I'm like, I realized I hadn't seen him for a long time. And I'm like, where are you at? He's like, what are you talking about? I was in the video this morning. I'm like, how come I can't see you? It's like, because you're in the light. And I started crying so hard. Right? It's like I had lost him, but I didn't. And so I've spent like the last, couple days with the Ascending Masters. I'm not in darkness. I asked Pac when that happened. I was like, will I ever see you again? He said, anytime you step out of the light, right? So last night we stepped quietly into the dark, which was the shadow work. And I poured out a bunch of shadows about my mom and all this stuff. And then this morning, and I really hate that song. He knows I do. I had talked about that and I shared his Dear Mama song. And, because he showed respect for, what it is. And he understood. And then just now I was chilling and it popped up on my Facebook that today celebrates the 31-year anniversary of the release of that song. And I just was so filled with Pac. I was like, I love you so much. First off, you know what I mean? I look back at what happened this morning. That wasn't me. I was guided. Always with my music, I'm guided to what song to put on with this, right? And so I put that song. And sure enough, it was, the day to celebrate him. And I love him so much. I just had to stop. Really? Kobe and all of them got me where I was, but he never leaves my side. And even when I can't see him, and he's the farthest thing from my mind, he makes himself seen. Really? Yeah. People thought I was crazy. I thought I was crazy when I first saw him. He was like one of the first dead people I started talking to. And I say dead because that's what he was. He was a spirit that was alive and is no longer here, so he's considered a dead person. We're talking about the Holy Ghosts and the Holy Spirits, and these are my spirit guides, and I talk about it all the time. It's like I've been in the highest levels of light, and for the briefest second that I go in to go do some shadow work, there he is, right by my side. He's there all the time, but that's where it was. It's like I'm like so somewhere else, and then I see that Pac's working in my life. Like, I love you so much. I can't even see where you are and what you're doing, but he makes sure that he's seen all the time. And that goes back to Michael Jackson yesterday, first thing in the morning, singing that again. Are you serious? I'm about ready to see fucking Mac. Is it Sunday already? Really, though? Yeah, the Holy Spirits are great, especially mine. I just wanted to take a minute. It made me feel really good. Oh, look, we were supposed to do this card in my last reading, but we didn't. You don't understand. And what's really, you know what I mean? When I was facing judgment, absolute judgment, there he was. He's always there. If I ever didn't believe in God, I at least believe in Pac. I always say that to people. What happens one day when you see him? Just see him all in our business. Just see him literally kicking it on the couch. Really? It's a part of your conscious mind where you'll be able to see not just him, but others. But he makes himself seen very much, especially in my life. Really? Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool to have your Holy Ghost, your spirits. You know, Jesus is cool, but there's nothing like Pac. Really? Oh man. In essence, we both got to face Jesus at the same time. It was just a cool moment, dude. It just made me feel really good. It was just as good as all these spirits coming in. It wouldn't be a party without Pac. It would not be a party without Pac. Really? And for me to play that song, that just showed the healing. I don't like it. Really? Mm-mm. That's why I won't listen to Eminem's music or Ali's anymore. Really? Mm-mm. I don't want to hear old feelings. I don't want to deal with them until you're ready to deal with them, and then you can listen to it and hear, you know what I mean, the story. But realistically, when you're running from a story, you don't want to hear it. And I never liked Dear Mama because that was my mom, and I wasn't so forgiving and understanding about it. I just didn't like it. Really? Just didn't like the song my whole life. You would have never caught me listening to that one. And so yesterday I give you all the peace. I almost make jokes. I'm like, yeah, she was a whole fucking something. But, I loved my mom and that was my mom. And so it was just kind of, poetic. People didn't understand that. And I tried to explain. I was like, dude, I was Thug Life. I was the only one qualified. I'm the only one. What do you think? You serious? And if you get down to it, really, realistically, yeah, I had hit the streets of San Diego right when he had died. Really? It was around that time. I think it was shit, 98 cuz my son was born in 99 and that's where it was. You know what I mean? It's like, I am the definition of thug life. Realistically, yeah, I love my spirit guides. That's all. I just had to like take a minute to pause for greatness because we talk about a lot of greatness here, but I couldn't have got here. And that's when I was crying. I was like, why aren't you over here? His job was to get me to the light. Really? Mm-hmm. To protect me through the darkness. And that's what it was. They were always there since the beginning, pushing me. Kobe, he taught me everything that I know about shadow work and the dark night of the soul and alchemizing energy. He taught me everything I know about that. And so anytime we go into that, I go into the teachings of Kobe. I didn't have Carl Jung right here teaching me none of this shit. It was Kobe that was there in my face when it was happening. It was his words, it was his spirit in the darkness with me. And Pac, not he was mean in the beginning. I wouldn't say he's very loving. He's not a very squishy kind of guy. Not really. He's I wonder what his sign was. Really? Yeah. But he's very loving on the inside, but not on the outside. He was always like, keep your head up, don't be a bitch type shit. And then when I was trying to when I was trying to fucking change patterns about myself, he was not helpful. He was always instigating it, making it harder for me. Not harder, but just it was too much fun to give up when I had Pac around. I don't want to give up talking shit. I don't want to give up this shit. Really? There'd be times when I'm supposed to be being better and we're just sitting there being not better. And Kobe's like, it's just madness. Like he can't get these two kids to listen. It's super funny. Really? It's like, all right, all right, all right. One of us, I have to be the bigger person since I'm the only one with flesh here. Let me try to stand. Oh yeah. I don't go to him for everything, but he's there through everything. And that's where it was. I haven't, you know, I don't know. After a while, I'll be like, where are you and stuff. But when my mind is preoccupied and being fed bullshit from heaven, the last thing I'm thinking about are the hellions. But once I get in there and it's fun, that's my little ride or die, dude. It's so much fun. Really? Yeah. He's always cutting jokes and shit. Like, you're fucking being useless, dude. Quit playing around. Seriously? Yeah, but we evolved together. You know what I mean? I gain the wisdom and shit and pass it on. It's an exchange. So I was really grateful. Like I said, it's not a party without Paul. He's gonna break his way into the gates of heaven with me. Brought my friend. It's a plus one, right? I get one. Only one? This one. This is my one. Really? Really, he is the one. But then you go into what was happening with the Palladians. When I got into that level of conscious, no Pac there. It was only Kobe. Kobe, what's happening? The aliens have me. Really? Well, again, it's a certain level of consciousness that they carry. So, if we had to say, not even age wise, but again, Kobe had more life experience in this life to, be gained more wisdom. So it's not about being, he was dead, he died at 40 and Pac died at 25. It's just the conscious level of awareness. You know what I mean? He reached a certain level of self mastery that Pac did not. Really? Nope. And so, the soul contract is lucky for you. Your soul can live with me, and then we'll get this thing wised up for the next run. Really? Yeah. And for that, he has certain immunities and abilities to, do things that most spirits aren't allowed to do. Realistically, I mean, if Jesus had a guard dog, what would be the limit of that guard dog? Okay, well, God didn't give Jesus a guard dog. He did give one to Lilith, though, a couple. Really? Because Lilith tends to get herself in some shit. She's going to need some help getting herself out of shit. So no, can I bring the whole army of darkness? No, only a couple. Okay, well, then I definitely choose that one and that one. I'm going to need this one. That one talks, yeah, you're funny. I know, but he's just funny. Just bring him. He's funny. We need funny. He's useless. It's just funny. Just bring the funny guy. Welcome. All right, so what are we doing? We're birthing the new life. Evolution. Yes. We're probably in an Empress mode. I myself am barren right now. It's funny. I'm not. That's the cool thing, is because I don't waste it on sex and babies. I grow these amazing realities and ideas within my womb. Really, I give it a lot of love. I give it a lot of ideas and a lot of, you know what I mean? Water. That's funny. Considering that, I'm on never mind. It's a diet. Forget it. We're birthing. Number 40. I went to 46. Authentic self. Yeah, you should try that someday. Number 40. 40 water. Drawing this card shows that you are on the brink of a radical rebirth or facing the birth of something new in your life. It's going to be radical. Am I scared? The fears are not there, but I also am not feeling pushed either. If I felt rushed or worried, I would probably feel funky. I was sitting in my car and it's like such a beautiful day and I'm so dressed to impress. And it used to be like, I felt like it was a waste of a day if I didn't go out and seize this beautiful day. But I started to learn that, you know what I mean? There's plenty of beautiful days. I don't have to run and play outside every time the sun comes out. Really? Something to be said in your pursuits of happiness or just completion, wholeness. And we got that in the temperance card is, you know what I mean? Sometimes the best thing to do is not do shit at all. Really? Because you can do a lot more creating from not doing so much movement. And that's what I do. I spend a lot of time thinking it out, planning it out, dreaming it out, breathing it out, fearing it out. You know what I mean? Until it either is something I really have brought into life and no more than in my head and in my heart, or it's something that I realized through my head and my heart through this journey inside why I wanted it, but that it isn't actually something that I want. As a Sagittarius, I'm always on an adventure to a new thing. I don't think I'll ever stop having ambition, drive, and passion for adventure. I like to learn new things. I like to experience new things. I like to see new things. I just saw this picture of this thing on Facebook. I'll probably use it as the cover just to throw people off, and then I'll have to read the video. What was it? I don't know. It was a smoker. It was an underground smoker system, so you could smoke meat. I looked at it and there was something about it was captivating. It's like, I want to build one of those. That's how we'll cook meat. We can start the fire at the beginning of the day, and by nighttime, all the meat will be cooked. And I just kept staring at it. When the fuck am I ever going to do that? I don't know. It was right up there with this morning. I really would like to learn the accordion. That thing makes so many noises. I want to learn that. I want to push all the buttons and go, ear, ear. Really? Yeah, I was listening to this great song, this great Spanish song, and you could hear the accordion. It has like, I want one. I want one. I want to learn how this thing that works, right? It's right up there with me and my harp and my fucking what is that called? My flute piano. Da-na-na, da-na-na-na. I'm gonna have the coolest fucking musical skills. Bring her. She's a whole fucking circus act. I like to learn new things. I like to try new things. Not all the fucking beautiful things. I just like, I want to build that thing. I want to smoke some meat. Why? I don't know. Looks like it could be useful. We should build one of those. If you build it, they will come. Obviously, we're cooking more than one person's meat. Sorry, I have jokes. Seriously, I'm serious. I don't think I'll ever stop wanting to go after shit and try shit. Really? Oh, it's bad. But I get that's the cool thing about the internet and stuff like that. I can experience it and do stuff without actually having to go out and put too much effort into it. You can really dive into, you know what I mean, other people's experiences without having to go broke and shit. Some of that stuff, but going into that, as much as I'm birthing this new thing, and that's what I said, it says, you know, there's more work to be done. Well, this is just the initial. Now, as soon as I get over the idea of this, then I'll have new ideas of what I do next. And that's where we go, is off of the ideas. You got to make sure that your ideas are pure of heart and they're not just, you know what I mean, financial driven, security driven, poverty driven, fear driven decisions of what you're doing with your time day to day. Again, it seems pretty probably annoying to someone else. How could you be this age and live like this? I'm teaching you how to live by God and how he works. And I am assured of the fact that you've never seen anyone live like this, because nobody does live like this. Now, the point is, I'm living prosperously, but not off of my own doing, but my own belief in what he's doing and what he shows me I need to do in my life. And that's what the skeptical here is you're learning. Aside from all the other mystical shit, my connection with him, I'm teaching you a new way of life. Realistically, based off of your creativity that God gave you. It all comes, you know, this is going back to your sacral. We're birthing a new world all the time out of our mind, out of our actions, and out of our voice. Those of us that are true alchemists. Russell fucking Vitale. It had annoyed me that he came out and he said he was an alchemist, and he made this whole album called Santiago based on this book he wrote. He read about a man that wrote a book called The Alchemist. Come to find out, neither one of these guys were alchemists. So I'm a little bent around the edges when it comes to this word, because people claim to do such things. They claim to be alchemists. They claim to be manifestors. They claim to be Christ-like. They put claims on all these things, but have no power to support this claim. An alchemist is someone that takes the raw materials, which is no more than your thoughts, your feelings, your, you know what I mean, your willpower, and your earth elements that are available at your disposal at this moment, where you can create fucking something out of nothing. That's not true for you. That's not true for any of you. You didn't just come up with an idea with the willpower to do it and take action in this world based on your heart space, that you had the confidence to do it and then created a new life for yourself. You didn't. You may have held on to an idea or pursuit for 20, 30, 40 fucking years, but that's not alchemy. That's hard work. That's not what alchemy is. No? Mm-mm. It's where you work with the universe, not against it. Okay? And you don't work for what you want, but what the universe wants for you. That's what you don't get. Bottom line. Okay, move on. With regard to rebirth, many events and circumstances may make it possible. Starting college, getting married, changing career, or becoming a parent, or the definition of self that happens after surviving trauma, bereavement, illness, or divorce. You're a new person. After you go through the dark night of the soul, which is usually a tower, something upheaval, you come out a different person. You're supposed to. This situation is supposed to change you, not for the worse, but for the better. You're supposed to gain wisdom from each of your situations. That goes back to Pac. Had he lived longer, he would have been wiser. He had to go and fuck around and find out. We all do. We must learn our lessons. Steve's Love Tarot said that. I listened to that video. He said, you don't believe they've had an awake, or they see you going out and, gaining wisdom. Yeah, I got to go find out. I got to find out some shit about life. There's a lot I don't know about life. Oh, well, you should know better. All that knowing is gone. I'm here to create a new knowing. Really? You don't get that. I don't rely on my mind's knowing anymore. I let my soul have an experience and create a new knowing of what this is, rather than what my mind tells me the experience will be before I get there. I clear that assumption and I experience it, and then I tell my mind what the experience was before it tries to tell me what it thinks it'll be. How about you? Really? Anyway, so many life stages make rebirth possible, including age-related chapters, as well as puberty, menopause, and the third age. What's the third age? Life itself starts with birth, ends with death, and I guess that's it, and includes many rebirths along the way. And those are awakenings. You don't go through one awakening. You got to wake up a lot. You know what I mean? Reality is constantly changing. You got to wake up. It's a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call. Wake the fuck up. Wake up. It's almost the first of the month again. Realistically, you know what that means? Another full moon. Seriously? Swear. It's like, dude, how many full moons are there? 13? 13 times a fucking year I got to do those. Really? Which is every 15 days because I got a new moon ceremony. And don't forget any of the other holidays, which we have 6 pagan holidays that come on a 4 fucking season calendar. And then we got to throw in any religious holidays too. Call me the party girl. In our 10-day energy, we are currently celebrating an erect penis or something like that. And I don't know. That's all I remembered. It's in the 10-day energy. We're celebrating rebirths and new beginnings. And you get a new beginning. If you give up the old life. Oh, this is so hard for people. And yet it isn't. God tried to take it away, and you try to bring it back. No new life for you. You get the old life, the old lover, the old job. Go back to the old way of life. Nothing new for you. Nothing new to see here. You think if you buy new clothes, you're a new guy. Hey, it's still you, doucher. Russ, I'm seeing you with your shirt off again. You want to take your clothes off? I don't mind your man bod. Do you mind your man bod? It's about the only manly part you got going on over there. If I let Pac in, we're going none on you. You know this, right? Why are you taking your shirt off? Why do I see a picture of you with your shirt off? Are you going to post a beach pic? Are you on a beach? Where are you right now? Are you watching me while you get in the shower? Turn the video off. I don't want to be part of this. Put your shirt back on. What is the tattoo? Are you trying to show me your new tattoo? Come on, Russ. Jesus Christ. This could be a picture of the future. Picture me rolling. I'd rather not. Are you going to tattoo your new album somewhere on your body? Did you get a picture of Jesus on your back? What's it? What do you got here? What am I seeing? Put your shirt on. Making me uncomfortable, Russ. Gosh, it's funny. All right, anyway, sorry. I don't know where he's coming from. His energy is always there. Oh, I sent him a message. That's why. I was like, hey, all I wanted was a friendship. And even though you tried to deny it, I still got what I wanted. It's like, I don't want to be your friend. Shut up, bro. You're still my friend. Seriously? Yes. I brought the funny guy with me. All right. Life life itself starts with birth and ends with death. It doesn't end when you die, I'm telling you. It also, whatever, your new chapter. For truly nothing will ever stays the same, and you are encouraged to celebrate the birth of a new chapter. Ooh, that hit me in the guts. I always be saying you're the same ho. Are you the person they're trying to say had an awakening? Let's see. I'll believe it when I see it. Really? Could be anyone. I mean, really though, actions speak louder than words. You can tell something's different about a person. They don't need to show you. I feel like he shows off all the time. Look, I'm different. I'm better. I'm the best version of me. It may also be that a literal birth of a new child is on the way. Hey, did you guys knock someone up? Oosh. Or the rebirth may be linked to anything else that has been hoped for or nurtured and is being sent by spirit with love to you now. Ooh, maybe I'm birthing a new relationship. That's the only thing I don't have in my life. Really? I'm not lacking, but it's the only thing part of the package that hasn't came. Was what? His package. That equals a baby too. Really? I mean, I keep trying to put it off because I'm kind of a selfish bitch, right? I just want to enjoy my life and not be tied down with a baby like everyone else. But I mean, I don't know. You want to like hurry up and get this over? Spend the next 20 years of our lives raising some other person. It's God's people, they're going to be great. How are you about this? I'm serious. All right, let's just talk about it. We just got to really talk about the adult talk. Protection, using condoms or protection is trying to protect ourselves from the inevitable. We shouldn't be sleeping together if we don't want to have that commitment. Realistically, well, let's hope to God it doesn't happen the first time. But realistically, how many times are we supposed to practice before we accept that this is what comes from this? Are you okay not having sex? I don't know if I am. That's what God said. Don't have sex with someone you don't have babies with. Really? And then you think about it, well, I don't want to have babies. Well, why not? Well, I don't know. I'm kind of selfish. But you're not getting any older. I mean, any younger. Exactly. And a baby's not stopping you from doing any of that shit. Okay, you're right. And do you really care about your body now like you did before? Good point. Anything else? And that's where I started eliminating all this. I was like, nah, give me like 5 to 7 years, right? Like, I don't really want to have a baby right now and shit. But what is that? That's being selfish. Like, there's things I want to do in my life. There's a baby isn't stopping that. It's not like I'm drinking or doing drugs, alcohol, something like that. I can't, it's not going to stop me from living my life. I'm not going to make different decisions when I have a baby in my life. I have 2 of them now that I make great decisions with. You know what I mean? In the essence, it's like, I'm just saying, it's part of the whole package. Realistically, I'm asking for a man, but I'm asking for a future. And I may have not been fully aware of the future I was asking for when I was asking for that man. Even though he was very terrified, I didn't really put on the idea. And then I got really terrified about this, and I just took the idea off for a minute. Well, let's put the idea back on. God made me get off of fucking birth control over 3 years ago for this to happen. And realistically, you know what I mean? There is some sense of timer to a woman's body or to the man's on the other side. He wants things done when he wants it done, and this is exactly what I was working for, was a happy family. Should we test drive each other for 6 months before we decide to create that happy family, or we create the happy family? We go in with the idea that this is what we're doing. Really? I'm just saying I had a lot of unprotected sex for, my years, and not everyone made a baby, but just know that that's the plan. That's the plan. The plan isn't for you to pull out. The plan isn't for us to protect ourselves from a future together. The plan is to have a future together. If that's not what you're planning, then you're not part of God's plan on my life. You got to go have that plan with someone else, butthole. Sounded fun. Bunch of unresponsible sex. But no, he wants us to make love and make babies. Enough of that. Enough of just that. Realistically, yes. In the case of a child, it implies that a special soul may be entering your family. Oh, see? And I made a pact. There's a soul waiting to come back to life, dude. A really wonderful soul. It's promised a good life through me. It's going to be a wonderful soul, bro. It promised. I don't know if it comes in a male or a female form, but I know the soul, and we're lucky to have that soul come to life with us. At least one of them. I don't know the second one. Maybe you do. Did you have a preference? Did you promise to bring someone back? I don't know. Seriously? I made a promise to one. I don't know who the second is. Really? Mm-hmm. In the case of a child, it implies a very special soul may be entering your family, one who is spiritually awake and a high vibration and an exceptional light. And that's why it can only come through me. Really? Mm-hmm. Already awoken everything. Super fucking earth angel. I already have two of them over here, bro. Seriously? The next one's going to be the next two. They inherit the church. Really? Mm-hmm. They are born with lifetimes of experience and wisdom to help our world as we transition up through the dimensional frequencies now. They're coming in with information that, you know what I mean? Lives and lives just like us. It's the rainbow children, and I told you they're born through us. You have to give up your body, give up your desires for God. God wants to be born in this world, and it needs you to grow up and let this piece of God be born here. That's what it means. My children are my children, but they're God's children. You know what I mean? I've got Joan of Arc right here, and I got fucking Benjamin Franklin, aka Albert Einstein, in the other room. I can tell you the name of the skin of that soul's last life, but that's not who that soul was. That was just their last life. What if I was to tell you it would be Pac? He refuses, by the way. He's not coming back. But in the essence, doesn't mean it's going to be him. It's going to be that very soul with all that wisdom, all that knowledge, all of that. That's how the demigods are born, people. A piece of God is born through the womb of a child. Where do you think Jesus came from? Really? Mm-hmm. The womb of a woman, I mean. Yeah, it's important. It's my destiny, dude. It's to bring two very important lives into this world, into a happy family structure, into the church. I have to build their life for them so that they can hold up the future. Really? I change it, they keep it going. Look at Kim Kardashian, bro. She's trying to make Northwest carry the Kardashian legacy. She's got to give it to someone. She won't give it to her sisters, to her nieces, nothing. She's going to pass it to her own daughter. In order to do that, she has to make her daughter what she is. And so does Kanye. That's their eldest, bro. She inherits the kingdom. Those are their kingdoms. She needs to be trained in all of those areas. So too shall my next children. Amelia goes, she goes to war for equality like she always did. That's what she's doing. I don't know where. Maybe it won't be a physical war. And I told her, if you keep vaping, you're not going to have the lungs to do sports and other type of shit like that. But it could be a political war. It could be whatever. But that's what she's here to do. He's here to build the next technological phenomenon that carries mankind past the dark days. Really? Mm-hmm. Hopefully it's not the one that starts the dark days, going back to the atomic bomb. I have nothing to do with this. This is God's plan. I'm just supposed to put him into college. Realistically, I mean, that's it. That's their calling. The next two, they inherit my church. My daughter doesn't give a shit about what I do, but she knows it. She's not going to hear it. She's not going to run this business. The next two will. They will keep the kingdom open. Really? They'll grow up you know what I mean? They'll grow up in the communities. They'll be the community leaders. They'll be the elders of it. At first, they're just children of the community, just like everyone else is. Really? Mm-hmm. And luckily, hopefully, they won't have too much Lilith in them to rebel against their calling. So let's fix that. Really? Yeah. Sometimes that's all it is. Being a great parent is the best thing you can be in this life. And I saw that through Bridge Fit. Bridge Fit is a great mother, and that's all God asked her to be. And that is enough for her to raise God's children. And, you go back to where our parents fell short. If they just were great parents, but they didn't. God still raised us. You know what I mean? A little rough around the edges, I think. But that's just how that works. Some of you, that's your biggest calling. That's what we were here to do. Well, hmm I'm seeing Lewis. I wish you'd go away. Lewis wants to be part of the Kardashian legacy. Why? You didn't build one for your own? You have no one to pass yours on to? What is your legacy? And that goes back to it now. Marshall, what are you going to do? Pass it on to your grandchildren's children's children's? There's more children out there. Your children are taken care of. What about the hungry children out there? There's more than just your family that needs to be fed, guys. Something to think about. Anyways, note too that the one whom the child is born has been chosen to nurture and sustain them. This applies as well to whoever raised them, educate them, and influence them in childhood. Maybe you are able to be touched by such a child's presence in your life in some way. They represent a new breed of human who is perfectly balanced between divine male and divine female. He so is. He was in life. He was already that before in his last life. And that's why I say I can't say if he'll take a male form or a female form, but he'll be just like Jesus. One who holds light and wisdom and love, and who will not be tainted or diminished by surrounding darkness, and who will replace fear with hope, hatred with compassion, selfishness with sensitivity, and self centeredness with unity. And that's what I've placed in these children. They've, you know what I mean? They have, that's why I'm not afraid to send, when she gets her passport and takes off. She has wisdom and love. She's not tainted or diminished by, darkness. She has hope over fear. My children have compassion more than hatred. They have more sensitivity than their selfishness. They think about other people more than just themselves. They're not self-centered. They're constantly aware of, others. They're very, I'm just saying that. You can hear them right now. Like, that's just how I already raised two of them. And that goes back to even my oldest two. They're not. My oldest two are very kind, very compassionate, very loving, very generous. My son's a little bit of a troublemaker. He gets himself in shit, out in those streets. He's currently in jail because he did a fucking beer run as soon as he got off of parole. And then he pulled out a knife on the police. I don't know why he did that. That was a bit much, don't you think? I'll cut you. What the fuck are you thinking? You're lucky they didn't shoot you. Really? I mean, he could do some serious time for that. That alone, that little, switchblade. I don't know what you was doing there. The beer run might not have got you in so much trouble, but you just got off parole and you pulled a knife on a cop. I think you're in a bit of trouble, my friend. Really? Is he a bad kid? Nah. He just actually never really grew up. I'm just saying, but they're not. I used to worry about him in jail because he wasn't hard. And because he had mental illnesses and stuff. I used to worry about him there. But and as well as the streets, but that's where you give them to God. You know that they're not alone. And going back to my daughter, bro, that they have footage of the Holy Spirit slamming the shit, dude. That fucking video, that was not my daughter. I had everyone coming to me asking me if she had some kind of military or some kind of, aggressive training. I don't know. Maybe she saw that in the house growing up during domestic violence. I don't know where that came from. Seriously? Yeah. And they're earth angels. The generation of babies that are being born, whether you know it or not, bro, because you can't sense it. And that's where I see them all the time. Oh, fuck. Bees got one. I've seen them. They're out here, bro. They're out here. They're just small. They haven't experienced enough to, you know what I mean? But when someone comes in and awakens them and tells them who their true soul is and what they're here to do and and reaffirms their knowing inside of them, they're solid, bro. When they know their true self and they stop looking, if you can teach a kid right away, and we can, to be guided by the Holy Spirit, you have nothing to worry about. You have nothing to worry about. The same spirit that speaks to me in the intuition, we can teach small children, and we have nothing to worry about. They hear God all day. God is talking to them. He will not let them be. Really? I promise.
Motorcycle yesterday.
Who?
My friend stole his dad's motorcycle, brought it to school, and I rode it.
In the parking lot?
Yeah. We got in trouble with the police. They told us not to.
In the parking lot?
No, at school.
At the parking lot?
Yeah.
I was thinking that yesterday when I came through your parking lot after I dropped you off. I was like, the most dangerous place to drive is a high school parking lot. Those kids don't know anything about driving, and they're just all over that parking lot.
Me and my friend ran
He
away.
stole his dad's, say
Yeah.
this again. He stole his dad's motorcycle and brought it to school to show everyone.
And then I rode it, and then the police came, and I ran away with some friends. And then he got in trouble
And when did this all happen?
yesterday.
At what time?
When school got out.
And that's why you wouldn't let me pick you up when it was snowing.
Yeah.
When
But
you
I
said
still did.
when you
That's
said
what I
you
said.
were going to 7-Eleven.
We still did. I would bet you not even made it.
He was gonna ride a fucking motorcycle in the snow.
Yeah.
Wow. Your friends are amazing. Okay, moving on. Whoosh. Holy, holy, holy hell. Really? Did I point out that she's a Sagittarius too? She just jumped on some fucking motorcycle. Jesus Christ Almighty. She wants to ride a motorcycle anyways. She was totally into them. I am so not. She gets it from my father. He's big into motorcycles. Really? I'm not. I don't know. I tried to get on one and I didn't like it. I didn't like the feeling. It put fear in my flesh. I don't like to fight fear like that. Really? Didn't like it. All right, anyways, this card also reminds you of your own reminds you of your own perfection. Each soul born in the creator's image is equal and cherished in the eyes of God. You were born pure and whole, and your soul retains this quality throughout all existence and all realities. Within the womb, you were warm, you were fed, and you had everything provided and that you needed. So too, after birth, the divine wishes to shelter you, feed you, and offer you all that you seek. I started screaming about that yesterday. God never intended for Adam to struggle with Eve. He created everything for them so that they would be taken care of, and they ran from everything they needed to go try to take care of themselves. That is the ultimate lesson here, people. I myself did the same thing, but I didn't have no one to take care of. I ended up taking care of all the darkness, I guess. But that's the ultimate story. No matter where you fit in the divine plan, the angels and Lucifer did it, I did it, and so did Adam and Eve. We all fled from God, who wanted nothing more than to take care of us. Let that sink in as deep as it needs to, as deep as your bloodline goes. They were too proud to go to God, ask for forgiveness, and ask Him to show them how and to take care of them. God, fix this. Help me. Show me. Teach me. Guide me. Protect me. Love me. We teach our kids, these new age kids, how to do just that, and they will never look to another person for anything. Because God will teach them. He will guide them. He will love them. He always has. We teach them to always stay there instead of outside. And then we can let them go outside because they're not outside by themselves. They're not sheep amongst the wolves. These are trained killers by God, and they have a whole army of God with them, and they're fully aware of who to pull on whose strings to pull when they need some help. Really? We're training them. I'm part of it. And that's why I said, if I can't get you, I'm getting the next generation. I've always said it. If I can't get you to wake up, bro, and seize this power, then I'm giving it to the next ones. If you can't figure it out, they're going to have it. Really? Mm-hmm. If, however, you're tired, you feel empty, unsupported, or are seeking help, you are reminded that the universe is a loving place. The child born expects it to be so, and you are reminded to make this assumption and request again. The universe doesn't seek to hurt or harm you, but to love you and hold you. Expect the best from the universe, and it will deliver. Archangel Metatron reminds you that rebirth is possible in every moment, giving you a chance once again to turn to 0 point. That's what I said a couple days ago. I don't remember the reference. I was like, we got to go back to the 0 point where creation happens and life starts again. What do you got to do to get there? You know what you got to do. Even Bobby said that to me. He said, nobody's going to save me from this. He even knew that. I tried to stand right with him. I even said I'd do it for him. But that's how it is. You could drag a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. This is the year of the fire horse, bro. These horses are going to die right in the water. Really? Yeah. You have to take action on your own life. You have to make this decision and stand behind it, even though you're afraid to do it. You have to believe that you know this is the right decision, even though it's going to cause absolute destruction. I make those decisions. I've had to make those decisions since I started. If you say this, if you do this, there's no going back. That's the fucking point. We stop it here. We're afraid to stop it because we don't know what happens if it stops. You know what happens? Something else starts. There's no such thing as stagnancy in the universe. The second you die is the second you live. The moment you take your last breath, and I've seen it a million times, I've seen it a billion times when I die. It almost happened this morning. God, that fucking meme. I couldn't get out of my chair. The kids were making fun of me. My son wanted to show me something else funny. I was like, no, I can't recover from this stupid meme. I'm sitting here. I'm serious, guys. It's so funny. I just fall over and I'm crying and I can't stop for 3 minutes. It's so funny. What was it? I don't know. It was a puzzle, and it looked like it was going to be a dirty one. And the guy's like, I'm not finishing this picture." And it was just so funny because that's how God has me out here collecting pieces. And it turns out to be an ugly picture. I laughed so hard. Well, when I really die in this life, I take in a breath. I've seen it a million times. I'm standing, all I can see is the clothing of the bottom part of these people because I'm obviously staring down when it happens. And they say something, and I go to breathe in real hard to take a laugh like I always do because I'll push my chest back. And it's COPD is what happens. I can't take in enough air. So my lungs collapse right then when I try to. Really? Mm-hmm. They confirmed it when I went to go do a physical a couple months ago. They're like, if you don't stop smoking. I was like, that's what God said would happen when I'm 99.
The oldest lady alive smokes, drinks, and eats chocolate every single day.
Dude, he said that'll happen to me when I'm 99, guys. So obviously, I can choose to stop smoking or not. It's still going to be how I die. But I see this. I see myself take this breath. I go to breathe in and lift my head back, and the body just falls. My spirit is still standing there, and I turn around and see it, and I look up, and all my spirit guides are there, and we all have a laugh, and then we ascend. That's the last vision I see. Really? Of this life. Yeah. And so, again, as soon as I see my last breath, I see my next life. I can see the very next moment. You think it ends on that last breath, but I can see what happens after that breath. We start a new life. We take off. Me, Pac, Kobe, all of us, we ascend right there. Our spirits take off right there. I think the body ascends with me when I go. At that moment, I think the body disintegrates. As soon as I leave the ground, I think it leaves with me. Really? Mm-hmm. There's no burial. There's no nothing. No, the body disintegrates with me as I leave. Really? And everybody is like, it really happened. I don't know when. I'm on a beach or something. There's like dirt, sand, and it's dark. We're like by a fire, which sounds like something perfect for me. That's exactly sounds like me. Really? Yeah, I see my last moment. But then I see the next moment after that. Really? And that just starts a brand new life. Where does that life leave? I'm not sure. Eventually to a blue planet outside of Neptune. That only came to me last summer. Really? It started coming to me in visions. And then I got confirmation through like Facebook that they had just discovered this new fucking planet. I started having visions of this planet and where God was going to take me. I was like, I think it's like Neptune, maybe Uranus. It's like blue. Really? Mm-hmm. That's it. He shows you the future, just not too far. And you don't know how you get there and whatever. And that's where I can't figure this out. I see us leave this fucking experience, but your bitch ass comes back to have another life. Who? Kobe. Kobe comes back for more life. And that's what I don't understand. Because why wouldn't he come with us to the next planet? Maybe he comes later. I'm not really sure. I guess if you look at the fact that, my soul tribe right now, we're all here at different ages. We all left at the same time. Ali is way younger. He got here like fucking 20 years later than us. We all left at the same fucking time. Really? Swear. What took you so long, Ellie? You're stuck in somebody's fucking vagina, huh? That's a great joke. Your dad couldn't get it up, huh? Oh my god. We're making great sperm jokes. God's sperm. His little seed. Look at God's little star seed over there. What kind of package did you come in, Allie? You want to see mine? They gave me a whole bitch ass package. Look at Russ. Ellie, take your shirt off again, Russ. Show the world. Show the world the package God gave you. See your parents. I got a little too funny. Really? Something funny about the idea of Russ with his clothes off. Have you ever thought about it? Don't. It'll make you laugh. Everything about that guy makes me laugh. Would you feel that would make him feel so uncomfortable if we were in just for dude, if we were trying to be intimate and he takes his clothes off and I start laughing at him, that would totally ruin his manhood. Don't try to come on to me. I'm gonna laugh. That's what I said. You're gonna give me the heepy jeepies or something. I'm trying to seduce the seductress. This is just gonna be funny. When I hurt your feelings. I wasn't laughing at you. The situation's funny. I can ruin any intimate moment just laughing. What is happening right now? Really? I could never pull off a prank or anything like that. I'd be laughing. All right, moving on. Sorry. There's a good thought, Russ. There's a good thought. At least they're good thoughts and not bad ones. I'll do this for so long throughout the day in my car, all kinds of places. I can't pull myself together once I start. It's really painful, you know? I die from it. Okay, these mini deaths. All right. If, however, you feel, yeah, God loves you. Archangel Metatron reminds you that rebirth is possible every moment. Yeah, change your life. Gonna make the change. Yeah, Michael Jackson said so too. He's giving you the strength. You have the ability to reach the stage of enlightenment in this lifetime like never before, to embrace the masculine and feminine and create a new paradigm, not just for yourself, but for your children and grandchildren to inherit. Hey, who wants to be a grandparent with me? I got to point out that neither one of my kids seem to be doing any of that. We'll probably be parents before we're grandparents. But that's the intention, right? Right. Really? I don't know. My daughter even said it. She's like, Mom, I'm 25. I can't imagine having a baby right now. I get that. You can think that out for a little while. Your son's in prison, or your brother is in jail, so he's not having babies in there. Milia seems to be gay and straight from time to time and still hasn't been touched, so no grandparents here. I'm not sure about Albert Einstein. He hasn't really thought about it. He's too busy thinking about other stuff. Again, I'm not going to make us a grandparent anytime soon. And I just want to point that out. That just shows my kids are different than all of my families. Really? Yeah, we broke some curses around here. Higher consciousness is here, aided by huge waves of soul coming in that influence all living beings on our planet. Evolution is happening at hurling speeds, and Archangel Metatron is here to support, steer, and birth you anew wherever you're asked. Evolve. Welcome to the new birth. It is time. Hey, dude, don't you want to have a new life? As above, so below. That's a beautiful picture. That's a beautiful picture. The next card's beautiful on page 40. Wonderful. It starts with you. It really doesn't. Like, nobody changes your life. Circumstances can force you into changing your life, but not if you don't want to. Some people lose their jobs and never change, and they just hold on to this loss for the rest of their life, and they just, I'm thinking about I'm seeing Chris. I'm not sure what happened with Chris during COVID, but he obviously lost his job. And in doing that, he lost his wife and he started drinking. And then by the time I met him, he was nothing but a lush, and they were about to they did foreclose on his house. He started going into drugs, and last time I saw him, he was pushing a cart, which I drove by yesterday. I didn't see him. He's normally on the corner of Wadsworth and Alameda. No, not Alameda, Jewel, right there in front of that fucking bank right there. Really? It was a sad story. And he couldn't just, you know what I mean, rebuild himself. He was too shattered by what he had lost. But he did nothing to rebuild himself. He was like, this or nothing. If I'm not this, then I'm nothing. I don't know what he was. I know they said he used to have like some, I don't know, some kind of logistics job where he wore a suit and tie and he was very respectable. And then he turned into this hippie ass guy that fucking didn't fucking even wear deodorant. Don't get me fucking started. Really? Yeah, well, rebirth is upon us, and I bet you if I pull the fucking, let's just show you. I bet if I pull the tarot, we'll pull the judgment. Well, that was that Three of Wands that people were talking about, which was foundations. And I told you, we're getting ready for what? Beltane. Beltane. What is Beltane? Princess of Wands, new beginnings. It's a time. What do we got in here? Messages retracted. Yeah, well, keep your message to yourself. Really? Yeah, let's talk about this energy. It's another winning energy, to be honest, unless you're losing. Unless you're being a loser. I saw Lewis post something. Was it today? He said, I forgot who I was. And something. And now I'm back to who I was. Or to who I forgot who I was for a minute. And you're back to being that guy? Was that guy useful? So stupid. Why don't you just embrace the new? All right, let's see. As the wheel turns, I am the flower bride running through the green wood to meet my groom. My passion, on page 66. My passion, my fire shall bring the summer and dispel forces of winter and bane. Now is the time for growth and for blossoming, greenery, and of the world. So raise the May pole and let's dance. Circle around Beltane fires, leaping over higher and higher to send energy to the strengthening the sun. What is it? She comes on May 1st. That's what I said. It's a huge time. Really? Yeah, it's when the horned god meets the summer goddess and all that bullshit. It's a pagan ritual. Anyways, Princess represents news and new beginnings. Princess of Wands is a fresh spirit with a dynamic passion for life. Right now, you are desperate for a fresh adventure, so she's bringing you just what you need. Something amazing is coming that will renew your zest for life. I keep seeing that, and I finally claimed it. What? I kept seeing that. I put in Sagittarius in all these videos, a brand new start, a new beginning, a new surprise, a new surprise. Said I claim that. I'm ready to accept my brand new surprise. There's something I don't know. And as long as I say as long as I'm saying, well, that's not for me, I know everything, nothing's coming to me, then I don't claim that. But after I claim it, then I'm claiming my prize. What is it? I don't know. I didn't open any of those videos. It's probably love. It's the only thing I don't have on my plate right now. Someone to love. Really? Mm-hmm. Everything else is taken care of so fully you don't even understand. Really? I don't need you to understand that how taken care of I am. Anyways, something amazing is coming and that will renew your zest for life. This might be a creative vision, a spiritual insight, a new job, business, study, birth, romance, travel, money, or just a whole new phase in your life. Well, I have money coming, right? And travel. And I can't wait to, gosh, I forgot about that. I'm gonna get me a brand new car for sure. Not brand new, but a new vehicle. And I just want to point something out. I'm a bit of an idiot. I always be swearing there's something wrong with my car, and then I'm not so sure. I just put these mindsets on. Why do you do that so much? I'm not sure where it comes from. Here's a prime example. I've stayed off of the freeways for, I don't know, the whole time I've been here because I thought there were, well, at first because I had some shit going on with my tires and my brakes and all of that. Then, after I got all that fixed, she was like, you need to get your tires balanced. Fine. But there was all these reasons. So yesterday I'm cruising Comes easy cruising down the street in my 6'4". No, I'm in the Impala, but not the 6'4". Anyways, I was cruising down Hampton and I'm doing 65. And I'm like, why am I not on the freeways? If I can do 65 on Hampton, then why am I not on I-25? And why am I staying down on the south side? This is so weird. Why am I not doing these things? I didn't go up the mountain because I was afraid my car would overheat. But that's no longer an issue because we literally replaced the entire coolant system. You know what I mean? I thought there was something wrong with my transmission, but that wasn't the case. I just didn't have transmission fluid. There's nothing wrong with my oil. The car doesn't act up. The only thing I don't have is fucking air conditioning and a fucking cruise control. And that doesn't seem to stop me from moving around, but yet I don't. Realistically, I just want to point this out. So, in the sense of buying a new car, it's always something that I think I need, but I don't necessarily do. And as far as money, I've got my taxes. I could have done it today. I'll do it on Monday, and it's 21 days from then where I'll get that money, and then I'm refiling my fucking amended taxes, so that'll be six, another 3 months out for that money. I've got plenty of money to do this stuff and to go have fun. I have 3 months before I actually have to start paying my own rent. I definitely got to get, you know what I mean? I got to pay my fucking, electricity and fucking internet bill. But all that stuff, I don't have a bunch of big worries as I get into this place. I have some time to breathe, and thank goodness for that. So for me, it's all good shit. Really? It's just a whole new phase in life. It'll make you think and act in a whole new way. You will need to challenge yourself, even if it's a bit scary, but it'll be worth it. This might be the biggest adventure of your life, so don't let opinions of others and your habitual limitations put you off. One of the princess's powers is to enable you to leave your fears behind and experience new freedom. It's never too late. The Princess of Wands may signify a new friend or lover who will change your outlook and bring some much needed fun and excitement. That's it. I don't need a downer. I need an upper. I don't need a person to, you know what I mean? That's going to bring me down with your way of life. If you're not here to support mine and, live freely, then you're freely to leave. Really? I don't need someone to tell me to structure my life. I don't need someone to tell me how to live my life. What I shouldn't, you know what I mean? Just that. Someone that could be fun and excitement that supports every stupid idea I have. Really? Yeah, that's your job. Be supportive. He or she is a bright, young, or young hearted free thinker, full of energy, warmth, ambition, adventure, and is well intentioned. Well intentioned is important. And will be open to new possibilities will open new possibilities for you. Life will certainly not be boring, and you will not regret the association. Do you want to go with me to Alaska? I'm going to Alaska. At this point, I don't have anyone to go with, which is not a problem. I do a lot of things by myself. Do you want to go hang out in Alaska with me during the summer? Really? When? I don't know. God will choose. I thought about it today. I was like, I should buy a ticket because you can make payments on it. That shows the universe how serious I am. But I seriously don't know when I'm supposed to go. Really? I'm serious about going. I'm serious. I don't need a fucking passport to go to an American state. I just need to buy a ticket and go. Where are you going to go? I don't know. I just need to be there with the land. Want to go? Wheat's free or wheat's illegal up there or illegal up there and shit. I don't know. We're going to see the whales and the northern lights and beautiful sights. Bob Ross says it's the most beautiful place he ever saw. He said the mountains and shit. I come from Colorado. I really love my mountains. I don't know. You want to do that? However, he or she is fiery and the sparks might fly. They won't put up with jealousy or restrictions of any kind and will leave you as soon as they are experienced. Ew. That could be me too, but at the same time, maybe you are that way too. Are you protective over your shit? Really? Yeah. I don't put up with jealousy because of the fact there's no reason to be jealous. And I don't like you telling me what to do because nobody tells me what to do. Really? Nobody. And I will leave you for doing such a stupid thing like that. Don't coerce me. Just ask me. And if I said no, then fucking no. You're not going to force me. There's no force. I'm pretty kind about that. I'm very understanding, and I put most of the time I'm pretty self-sacrificing in that sense. But don't fucking force me to do some shit I don't want to do, and don't try to tell me I can't do some shit that you're afraid to do. This always gets on my nerves. Realistically, no, it's a bad weekend, or no, we don't got enough money, and what about this? And I don't know. God takes care of it. He said I'm going on a vacation this weekend. Shit, the kids will be fine. Things will be fine. The world will go on. I'm allowed to do these things. But fucking, you don't even know where you're going, and you don't know who's out there, and what if something bad happens to you? Shut up. Is that what your mother said every time you left the house? Come on. God said He told me to do this for 3 years. He didn't tell me what I was going to do when I get there, but it won't just be me. Really? Seriously, though. The tribes, the stuff. When's the last time somebody went and did a fucking sage burn, a ritual ceremony, an actual Native American ceremony up there? Really? Not to mention what I need to bring. The southern tribes. I'm considered a southern tribe, even though I'm the northernest tribe, and I've gone to the southern tribes. I have all of these things from all the tribes to bring as gifts to the tribes. Really? Actual tribes? Nope, the spirits. That's all that means. You want to go to Alaska? Alaska Airlines are calling you. Anyways, whatever. A reverse meaning can indicate procrastination, delays, and dissatisfaction. You feel as though life is passing you by, but instead of seizing opportunities, you make excuses as why the time is not right. When is the right time to ruin your life? Seriously? I'm serious. I'm serious. If I could pick a time, I would say the best time to go to Alaska would be at the end of summer when it's the hottest. Really? Yeah, I would say like August, September would be a good time. Really? Right before, I don't know. That's just going off of how the weather feels here. Maybe their hottest time is like July. We got to do some research. What do you think, God? 4th of July in Alaska? Are we allowed to light fireworks up there? I don't know. Because 4th of July kind of sucks here.
It's plaid.
What?
Plaid.
Plaid?
Yeah.
PLAID? Or IAD? I'm not sure. It'll correct it. Are you, let's see, despite your outward bravado, you are scared of new things and afraid of failing. So you never start. Or if you do, you don't follow through. Because your energy is not channeled in useful direction, you can get very frustrated and others can get frustrated with you. The Princess of Wands reverse can also signify a young person who is selfish, aggressive, impatient, disorganized, lazy, immature, who never has a good word to say about anyone or anything. Or is this you? Well, this is May's energy, but it could be today's energy. Ooh, the Knight of Wands could be today's. It's horny fucker. Really? Oh, Lord. It's out there. And the next thing on page 69, the next thing we got to worry about is when is this Mercury retrograde? We need to watch our asses, guys. Really? What does that mean? By the planetary ruler of motherfucking Mercury, we go into bad patterns. You can't even stop it. No, you can't even. Every one of us witches and spiritualists and me, the dark goddess herself, haven't figured out how to stop these patterns of this planet. I'm going to try again this year. I'm going to do my best. We got to figure out when this fucker's coming for us. It's in my book. Really? Patterns, bro. It's supposed to happen so you can see which ones are still active in your life. Well, I actively don't want to deal with this pattern in my life. Really? Seriously. We need to talk about this. New moon in Aquarius. Lunar New Year. Nope. Surviving Mercury's retrograde. February 26th. Shit, my stomach hurts just thinking about it. Oh, I need more coconut water. Oh my God. Give me a second. Really? Yes. All right. But hold on to your hats because Mercury's about to go retrograde in Pisces February 26th through March 20th. I know. Maybe the fast will help us. Maybe we can fastly get through this. Really? Mm-hmm. Wouldn't you like to make it through a Mercury retrograde for once without cutting your hair or doing something you will regret later? I'd like to be able to do it. You know how many times this happens a year? This is just the first. I think it happens like 4 times a year. This fucker fucks with us. At least 3. At least 3. All right, anyways. Mercury retrograde has a bad rap, but it's not all doom and gloom, sure. You might want to double check your emails and be extra clear when talking to folks, but it's also a great time to slow down and reflect. Yeah. Pisces energy is dreamy and intuitive, so why not use this time to dive deep into your feelings or maybe try some meditation? During this retrograde, it is essential to work on balancing emotional depths of Pisces with a need for clear communication. Can you express yourself clearly? I don't think so. Avoid making major decisions or signing contracts, and instead use this time for introspection and healing. Dude, this is like right now, bro. This is next week, bro.
So,
This is like in like 5 days. Oh man, I'm not prepared. I'm pulling my fucking shirt over my face right now. Oh my god. No wonder we were talking about this. All right, what do we gotta do? Ground yourself daily. Practice techniques like walking barefoot on the earth, carrying grounding stones like hematite, black tourmaline, or meditating to connect with your root chakra. Be mindful of communication. Double check your messages, emails, and agreements. Mine are always fucked off. Really? Clarify any misunderstandings and avoid jumping to conclusions. Use water as a tool. Taking cleansing baths, using water for scrying, and working with the element of water in your rituals. um, Working with Pisces energy, embrace the intuitive, creative, and spiritual aspect of Pisces. This retrograde is a powerful time for deep healing, letting go of old emotional wounds and connecting with the divine. Well, and that's where it is if you haven't already done this, maybe they'll get easier for me. I don't know. I harness the energies as they work, but that's what I mean is it pushes you into your darker aspects, I guess you could call it. It makes people, it's that circle, the block. It's like, it's just, I don't know, you fall off the wagon is what I call it. We got moon magic in March on the 3rd, which is a perfect time for organizing and focusing on the center of Mercury retrograde. The full moon in Virgo brings practical, grounded energy to help us manifest our intentions on a tangible way. Virgo, an earth sign. And see, I'll be in my house by then. So I'll be thinking about everything I need under the moon, really putting out all my intentions. An earth sign is about structure, routine, and attention to detail. And that's funny is they originally wanted to move me in on February 25th, and I asked to be pushed till March 1st. So I'd have been right at a retrograde. It still would have been an issue. And that's what's happening. Really? Mm-hmm. Double check your emails, shit like that. Yep. That's what's going on. That pre-shadow of this bullshit. All right, moving on. Let's see. After the dreamy retrograde in Pisces, the full moon is a breath of fresh air, helping us regain focus and clarity. Use this moon to cleanse and organize your space, body, and mind. Engage in rituals that promote health, well being, and efficiency. Virgo is also ruled by Mercury, so the full moon can help bring clarity in any confusion or miscommunication caused by the retrograde. It's a great time for detoxifying both physically and spiritually, cutting out what no longer serves you. Then on March 18th, we round things out with a new moon in Pisces. It's the universe is giving us but one more chance to tap into our intuition before spring really kicks in. The summary. We wrap up this magical journey from embolic to the cusp of spring, where we're reminded of the ever changing dance of energies that shape our world. This period from February to March offers a unique blend of fiery inspiration, innovation, innovative thinking, and deep introspection. From the warmth from Embolic's candle to the dreamy waters of Pisces, we explore ways to harness these cosmic energies for personal growth and spiritual practice. Whether it is setting both intentions of the Aquarius new moon, grounding ourselves. Why am I getting this? I'm getting not the sound, but I was thinking I'm getting NF. NF only has two sons. He doesn't have a daughter. Is that something you want or you stop trying because why? I just got this download. I don't know why. I guess I'll send it to your wife. He wants a daughter. His spirit told me. Get to work, bitch. Whether it is setting bold. Maybe you're just destined. You need to bring a little girl into this world. Whether it is Marshall could tell you how great it is. Can Marshall raise a son? Ooh, is he going to be a badass like you? What kind of son are you going to raise? You son of a. Just kidding. Whether it is setting bold intentions with Aquarius new moon, grounding ourselves during Mercury retrograde, or finding clarity with full. Oh, I may have said that to Bobby. With the Virgo full moon. Each celestial event offers its own lessons and opportunity. What did I say? Imagine if you would have had a daughter with your eyes. Really? He has beautiful eyes. That would have been pretty. I guess he cut off his manhood so he didn't have to be part of that. Just kidding. All right, embolic, have some chili, some fudge brownies. We're not doing any of this. Why? Because we are not giving in to the retrograde. Breathing meditations, deep breathing meditations, mindful meditations, loving kindness meditations. You need to meditate on some shit. The dark. I'm smelling something. Candle rituals. Got some notes. Ostara comes after Beltane. Really? What is that? That's the spring equinox. When does that happen? I don't know. Mortality of youth. When does this happen? Observing Ostara March 20th. I'll mark our calendar. Really? Where you got to make it through the retrograde and the blood moon and the new moon and our rebirth before we get there. How's that for you? Life is always lifing. You don't have to build a life. You just have to go with life and just go with the flow. And there's plenty of life to be had. Lifeless. All right. Well, it started with Pac and it ended on the block. That was a good video. Again, it just started with my love for my spirit guide, and then we went deeper into the rebirth, and that's good. I hope you guys are ready to start something new. In order to do that, you have to be tired of the old, though. You really got to be tired of it. Good luck with that. Love yous. Laters. Bye-bye now.